Hello and welcome to Picks Central. I have Ken Jack here with me. I have Vibs here with me. A bunch of the guys are on their way en route to the game. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, let's talk about game time. There's nothing like getting to a baseball game, especially last minute. I completely concur with this. In fact, I used game time on Saturday to go to the Yankees game, Yankees-Phillies.
Bad game.
Game I rooted for a meteor. You know, I was kind of rooting for the Yankees at that point because, you know, the Phillies and Mets are in a very tight race in the National East. But lucky for me, I always use Game Time. I do. The official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. That's true. I got the tickets like the day before. I worked out perfectly. I was looking at tickets actually for this week. Yankees game tonight. I'm going to be at the game, so I can't go myself. But tonight, I think tomorrow, if you want to go to the Yankees game, it's $13.
Who's on the mound?
$13.
And
Is that who it is? I haven't looked at the. Let me see. I'll pull up the mound here.
You got Drew Rasmussen.
Sam
Schlitter.
Schlitter.
Yeah,
Schlitter. So that's actually interesting. I think it's Schlitter's third start. He's a rookie. They are they have a lot of promise on, and Rasmussen. And then tomorrow, if you go to the game, you're getting Joe Boyle and Max Fried. I mean, Max. So I mean, $13. That's cheaper than a movie.
Mm-hmm.
You can put those savings back in your pocket, spend them at the ballpark on a hot dog, a new hat, or some good old fashioned Cracker Jack. What are you waiting for? I'm gonna buy those tickets now with Game Time. Take out the guesswork of out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Download that right now. You create an account and use code PICKS for $20 off your first purchase. So let's think about this, guys. You go download the app. You create an account. Use PICKS for $20 off. You go to that Yankees game for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, you can literally go to a Yankees game for nothing today or tomorrow. Terms apply. Again, create an account. Use redeem code PICKS, P-I-C-K-S, for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it?
Game time.
It's a Major League Baseball game. Cheaper than a movie. That's awesome.
Exactly.
Let's talk a little basketball game first. We talk about the news up top, and I think the big news up top, at least here at Barstool, is Dave Portnoy not going to coach the New York team. Now, I know both of you guys have told me well, I don't know about you. You're rooting for New York.
You got to root for New York. It's the hometown team.
Well, you don't. You could root for Team KMS.
I said I have nothing but respect for Skip.
Yep.
No, maybe some respect for you.
I appreciate that.
But I got to root for the guys in the office.
Yeah.
It felt like remember back in high school when you had like a Friday night football game and everyone's wearing their jerseys,
I didn't have a football team
everyone's getting
in my
ready.
school. Yeah.
You didn't have a football team in your high school?
Jesus Christ.
Too small. My school was I was in New Hampshire, too small. Isn't that crazy?
That's the craziest thing I've ever.
And I went to a tiny college, never had a football team there. I never had a football team to root for.
Oh my
growing
God.
up. Isn't that awful?
What was the population of your high school?
We had.
You couldn't have people going on offense and defense and.
We had it was like 450 people in my high school.
That's enough. That's enough for a football team. You're gonna get your ass kicked probably every Friday night. But
remember, and that was out of 2 towns. It was like multiple towns. So like for us to travel to do different sports, we had to go like multiple towns away just to meet another, like, because every high school, a lot of the high schools were like multiple towns. That's how small New Hampshire is.
Amalgamated,
Yeah.
They probably feed those kids like granola bars up that, like, they're very hippie.
No,
you don't have an offensive line. You don't have the trenches.
I'll say this. No, New Hampshire guys are built well. Like, I remember I went from New York to New Hampshire. I couldn't believe how big the guys are. It's like a healthy stock in New Hampshire.
Are they farm boy?
Oh, yeah.
That farm boy stock?
Yeah, no, farming's big. They had FFA, Future Farmers.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar.
4-H. So, like, the Deerfield Fair was a fair in my town. Or town, a couple towns over. And that was a big deal. The fair was a bigger deal than football.
I remember we had a kid in my college who kept telling us, yeah, I'm Victorian, I'm from New Hampshire, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, cool. And then we found out, like, months later that his graduating class was 12 people.
Yeah.
Like, you had a 1 in 12 chance.
We weren't that bad. I think we were like 115.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is not very big. And especially when you consider it's multiple towns.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a pretty small town. But yeah, no, it does. I think there's an energy in the office.
There was a buzz. You had the security guards at the front desk wishing Marty and those guys like good luck as they went off to the game. It was fun. You had the production guys loading up the van to get ready to go up there. Good energy.
How was your feet? You're conflicted, I feel like, a little bit, because you were on the New York team. Yeah. Meek dropped you. Looking like a little ironic now, considering that like his whole thing was, you weren't available to play, and meanwhile now the coach wasn't available to coach.
Yeah, no, they asked me this during the documentary too. Like, well, you're gonna root for KMS or New York? I'm like, well, I'm gonna root for New York. I'm just gonna root against Meek Phil for the rest of my life. like in everything he does. So that's just now.
You should feel free to root for Team KMS.
No, I'm rooting for New York. It's all my guys. That's all my dudes there.
Well, I mean,
and Meek Filtra wanted to get a clip off. Good for him. And now he can't even press Dave in front of his face. So I mean, I feel like I'm rooting against him. I'm happy in that sense that Dave's not there, but also sad because it would have been awesome if Dave was there for Team New York.
I will say
we're gonna win
on
purposes. Absolutely, yeah.
On Friday, the Idea the Name show, and then we had to do the show like right after news. Meek looked so shell shocked. He looks like so overwhelmed that the fact that he actually had to coach this game, or the prospect of him potentially having to coach this game.
Yeah,
I can only imagine what was going through his head when he saw that text this morning.
I will say he was one of the first people to kind of throw you under the bus whenever you were the old coach, and talking about how he'd be so much better and things would be so much different with him there, and now he's gonna be put to the test.
It's like old
time. Put those shoes on.
Ass in the jackpot type scenario right now. You know.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
big time.
Yeah. He's got to see if he can cash some checks that his mouth is running there.
I don't have like a reverse body cam on him, just like a camera that's just stuck in front of his face the entire game. I kind of wish we had
those little chest GoPros.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't really seen him in action, but is there a coach comp you can give Meek Phil? Like what college, what NBA coach would you say?
Westhead? Paul Westhead?
Yeah.
Is that the guy who had the bike accident?
Wait, no. Westhead took over for the bike guy, right?
Yeah. Who is the bike guy?
I forget.
I would say the bike guy after the bike accident is what I would compare Meek Phil to.
Yeah, that's Westhead, right?
So I think Westhead was after. I think you're right.
Yeah, no, Westhead is like the Jason Segel character in Winning Time.
Right, but who is the bike? I'm saying Meek is comparable to the bike.
That coach was good though. That was the whole point of it.
No, but not after the bike injury. He wasn't.
Oh, okay. Post bike. Okay, brain injury.
There we go. Maybe you had a brain injury.
Okay, a coach with a brain injury. Okay, now I'm getting what you're saying.
Yes, it's all right. It's all right.
Should have clarified.
I think I did.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to run down rosters of current day coaches, and I couldn't really think of one for Meek.
Yeah, I mean, it would. I would say Meek. I don't know too many coaches that exhibit like fear like Meek does. Meek looks terrified.
His name is Meek Phil.
Meek Phil. Yeah. I know. Yeah, he's Meek has a weird thing where he doesn't he loves being the troll. Mm-hmm. He loves being behind the glass and saying, "Oh, you don't do this, you don't do that, you this, you that." But when he actually is the one that has to put his picks out, when he's the one that actually has to, now he's wearing this game. He doesn't like that.
But it's like Teflon. Like he's like Teflon when he's just the troll.
Well, it's easy to be like anything. When you have nothing at stake. It's easy just to criticize.
Yeah.
But the second that you're actually the one that now you're responsible for this, it's a little different.
But what if it's Meek? Meek's a vibes guy. Meek's there. Everyone's gonna be relaxed, calm. You were in there. Do
you know Meek Phil? What are you talking about?
Is Meek wearing a suit? Do we know if Meek's
Yes, he is. He wears a suit to practices.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Meek is a vibes guy and he's calm.
Oh yeah.
He's maybe one of the more unhinged people.
Yes.
Oh, I feel very calm around Meek.
What?
Vibes guy. He's over here.
I remember in the what was it, the Mets series where you just started throwing shit around the gambling studio?
Yeah. That's when the Mets are on. The Mets are a different thing.
You were in a stream with him when doing.
Yeah, I did want to choke him.
He's the least calm guy in the world. Like he's not calm at all.
But this is.
Oh, that was the Knicks. That wasn't even his primary team. That was a secondary guy.
Yes.
Oh, after Halliburton just ripped New York Knicks fans' hearts out. Yeah, I forgot about that already.
That was after his secondary,
Look, I'm just trying to have my boys back. All right.
That's a sad defense.
Well, I think we're at least aligned. Like we're both rooting for New York. Like
I can't believe you
That's what I said. Yeah.
You are such a bitch.
Why? They're not my
They
teammates.
fired you and they laughed at you.
One guy fired me.
They fired you. No one had your back. None of the other players had your back.
Do you want them to go against Dave Portnoy? No.
Oh well, not even. Well, they can say what they want now.
Well, no, what do you mean? He's still the fucking coach of the team or whatever.
Dave is still coach of the team.
He's still
I got news for you.
Meek's the interim coach.
Yeah, but he's still.
If you had black mold in your house, you'd be doing the same thing.
If they asked me, like, let's say same thing reversed, like Marty got canned off the team, and they're like, "Oh, you want to stand up for him against Dave?" No fucking chance.
Why?
No chance.
Why? Just be honest.
Because I'm terrified of Dave. What do you mean?
Why?
You don't go against the front office.
Oh, you guys,
it looks bad.
You guys are pathetic.
You're pathetic.
I'm not.
Going against the front office, you're a bad player. You're a coach.
I'm not a player.
You're a cancer. You're a cancer to the team.
Hey,
that's why they get rid of you. You're like, we don't want this guy around.
I resigned. Never forget I resigned. And then, I was offered a GM spot at a different organization. I took that. And the next thing you know, I'm coaching.
And that's one where the team and the fan base are like, thank God we got rid of that guy. We have the same person. It's addition by subtraction.
It might be a Brad Stevens situation for Clemmer, though. He might be like a much better GM than he is coach.
That could be true. I've seen him win mini championships.
I have all, to be fair, as a coach, I did win. I coached you to
The Magic, the Granite,
multiple
Wizards.
Yeah, true. Great point. The Granite, the Wizard, for a lot of teams.
And I coached you to some wins back when you were on the team.
I wasn't really part of those. I
know,
played
but
like
you
1
played.
minute.
You played,
I was just there to hang. Like we were just
There you
chilling.
go. There you go. We still won though.
I was there, get a little practice and get a blood pumping a little bit. It's fun.
There was that game where Kenjack brought tangerine slices.
That's the game I coached, I think.
That was great.
Right.
That was a good. That was
the one game I missed. I was doing surviving.
That was the game I coached, I think. And
I think I was doing surviving, right?
I don't even remember if we won. I think we won.
It was a tie.
It's a tie. That's right. Yeah. It was a tie. Because those fucking refs at that place are just like, we're not staying any longer. We're out of here.
Yeah. So all right. So there you go. Got the game today, 7:30. I think it's on the Kirk Minahan Show YouTube channel. Check that out. It's gonna be a wild. I'll tell you right now. The KMS guys are revved up and ready to go.
Mm-hmm. You should be fired up. That's gonna be like some incredible content.
I will say, like, the New York team doesn't really have a big man because they lost Billy Football.
They got Dana.
They lost Pat, but Dana's not 100%.
Dana's knee is like pulled pork right now.
Yeah.
Don't tell him that. He'll get hungry.
Yeah. But Mulcahy, but he's
Okay, he's amazing.
He's great, but he's not really a big guy in the pit.
He's not. That's not his role. No.
Right? No, he's more like small forward.
Jet ski.
Jetski's not a big man to be doing rebound. He's your Russell Westbrook.
He can. I think he can if he wants to. I don't know if he wants
guard.
to.
No, Billy was like a Ben Wallace. He'd just stand in the paint and just go up for boards.
Yep. Oh God.
He was fearless. He wanted contact in the paint.
He was just like doing a train.
Billy was a no-show though when we played.
Yeah.
The first game, Kirk got in his head, and it was.
Yeah, that's true.
He
But
rebound and then he would transitional 3 right after that. Billy was incredible.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like that Patrick Ewing where he's like, "What is that shot? Do you practice that shot?
Yeah.
Have you done that? No, then don't do it." Like,
yeah.
We are taking calls today. I forget the phone number. I'm sorry if we could throw that up there. Feel free to call in about the basketball game or really anything you guys want to talk about at all. We can talk about here.
Can I say I love the announcers, the 2 announcers.
Yes.
They're incredible.
Oh, they're so
Josh
good.
and James.
It kind of
They're
reminds
so
me of
good.
like an Adam Sandler movie. Where like there's just this weird crew of people that show up to the gym and they play basketball. They're hilarious. I love them. And their call during the last game was great.
Really good.
They're
really
calling
good.
all the games. Josh and James are incredible, and they will be calling the game today. So,
Yeah, they're great. I love
best.
them.
Super funny. That whole crowd was amazing. That last game, they were incredible.
Oh yeah. I think it's gonna be incredible today. I mean,
You know what's funny too, and I don't know how much this got caught on the broadcast. The fact that there was like a group of 12-year-olds playing on the court right next to us, like 12-year-old girls playing on their.
know.
Yeah, and then there's just us, and everyone's screaming at each other. Like,
no, it must be like what the hell's going on in that game? Some baseball news just kind of broke here. I guess Rob Manfred was in the Philadelphia Phillies clubhouse over the weekend, I believe, and they were talking about a number of things, and then the conversation slowly started to transition to like salary cap and kind of where the CBA is going to be over in December of 2026. We have this rest of this baseball year. We have next baseball year, and there's been a lot of talk about a lockout. And I guess at one point, Bryce Harper got nose to nose. This is Jeff Passan reporting this. Nose to nose with Rob Manfred, and said, if you want to talk about the salary cap, get the fuck out of our clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask what was was the players just like sitting in their lockers and Manfred was just like giving a little talk to him, or what was going on? What was this?
I don't think that's that uncommon. I think it does happen like a couple times a year. I think the commissioner will go in and like talk to the players.
Right.
But hostilities are pretty high right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you kind of saw it bleed over. And I guess at one point Nick Castellanos came in, tried to like calm everything down. And I guess at the end of this meeting or whatever this was, Harper and Manfred did shake hands, but then Harper did not return Manfred's phone calls the next day. There's going to be hatred here. There's going to be real hatred over the next year and a half.
I'm looking at it. It says that it is one of the 30 meetings that Manfred holds annually in an effort to improve relations with each team's players. So every year he goes to the teams, and then he just got shit on by Bryce Harper.
My favorite was
It's only going to get worse from here, too.
Yeah.
to diffuse it. Castellanos was like, I got some more questions. Like, he was the kid that like raised his hand and was like, I have more questions. And that was his like big strategy to diffuse it. But yeah,
Sounds like it worked.
I guess.
So, but yeah, I mean, I remember '94 during that strike and how much the players hated Bud Selig and how personal it got. And remember, that only really ended because the Supreme Court intervened. Like, that strike was not going to end because the players are dead set against a salary cap. And if the owners are going to try to put a salary cap, we are going to see I'll say right now, I don't think you see baseball in 2027. Like you won't. If they're going to hold the line, then we will not see a Major League Baseball game played in 2027, which breaks my heart. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the owners realize that this is not a fight worth fighting, and there's other ways to improve the sport, because that's just, they're not going to win.
The players don't want the salary cap, obviously, because they can get paid more.
Correct.
Doesn't the salary cap help make it more competitive, more parity in the league, where the small markets can compete with the big markets? Doesn't that help?
Well, there's two ways about it. The salary cap, I don't know if that's what you need. Now, I think what baseball needs is a salary floor, and that would help. So that would
force owners to be able to pay a certain amount.
So that's the problem, is that the owners, we talk about, you have to have a salary cap to help the small market teams succeed. No. You need owners in these small market cities that are willing to spend the money. Remember, these teams are all getting revenue sharing. So if let's say the Mets are way over kind of the luxury tax, and they pay this luxury tax, that money goes back to the small market teams, who then just put it right back in their pocket. They don't. Teams like the Rays, the A's, the Guardians. These teams don't reinvest in the teams.
Right. Doesn't the NFL have a salary floor where it's like, hey, if you're not spending this much cash, you're going to get penalized?
Maybe they do. I know they have a salary cap, obviously.
Right.
The thing with the NFL is there's so much money. Like, you're crazy. Like there's so much money going around. And
right.
And that's I think the Major League Baseball players would point to that and be like, look, that's exactly why we don't want a salary cap. It's because the players are not getting what they should be getting.
They're required to spend at least 89% of but it's of a salary cap. It's not of like their total spending power. So,
of course, right.
Right.
So so there is a floor then in the NFL
of their set cap.
So I mean, and you can say, all right, but I'll tell you what, they put a salary floor in. As much as I want to see a salary floor, I know what's going to happen. You put a salary floor in, then have these teams sign, and we kind of saw it with the A's. Like they'll go sign like a Luis Severino to hit this certain threshold. Give them too much money, and then they'll be like, "Oh, we did our job. See, we hit the floor." It's like, well, that's not enough, And unfortunately, I don't know what you do. You have owners that they're making so much money, they would rather, like the Guardians, they would rather be a team that's like 500, or even last year they had a nice little playoff run. Then they got the shit kicked down by the Yankees. But you make the playoffs every 5 years. You're a 500 team, and you make a fist of money, or are you willing to lose a little money to really compete?
Right.
And the owners are always going to choose the former.
Where do you see this negotiation going? Do you think
very badly?
Right.
I'm.
What do you think it's like settled on the table? Like,
I don't think there'll be a salary cap. The players will never. I think they'll never back down. I think the players, baseball players union, it might be the strongest union in the country, and I'm talking like not sports, like the strongest union in the country, and they can afford to be because they all have a lot of personal wealth now too. I mean, I say all. I mean, rookies don't, I guess, but the ones like Bryce Harper, like he doesn't need to make another dollar again, so they can strike. They can and this is going to be a lockout. This won't be a strike, and the owners. I don't think they're going to bend the knee either. You might need the government to step in again, which is crazy. And I can't. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope that. But if you put a gun to my head, I'd say there's no baseball at all in 2027, which is going to be heartbreaking.
So back in '94, you said the Supreme Court stepped in. What did
'95 they stepped in? It took that long.
Okay. So what did they? They just were like, hey, yeah, you got to play. Like, did they tell them how they're going to divide the money and do all that, or was it just hey, you got to play?
It was a thing with this. I don't remember the exact details, but it was baseball. The owners in baseball have an antitrust. So you had some people in Congress saying we're going to pull that antitrust from you, which kind of basically the antitrust allows them to basically have no rules when it comes to typical rules that would overcome a workplace, like hours and wages and things like that. So like we're going to strip the antitrust from you. That scared the owners. And then there was the thing about the CBA. Like how you have to then come to the table and have to have an agreement. It went to like union rules, and that's finally what got them to the table, and the owners acquiesced.
Okay.
Do you think the Trump administration steps in to get a bunch of Dominican and Puerto Rican immigrants paid?
I mean, I'll say this: I think Trump is very pro sports, so I could see
100%. Yeah.
Him intervening then.
We talked about this before a while ago, but like, what about the thought of having players getting some sort of equity that vests over time? That also you have to like basically liquidate if you go to a different team. So like, say if you're the Pirates,
like if you're like a player,
So like if you're Soto and like Pirates can't ever afford Soto in a million years,
right?
Like we'll give.
Well, they can. They choose not to.
So they're valued at $1.35 billion, right? Let's say the Pirates, and if you could be the Pirates and be like, hey, we're going to give you 5% vesting over 10 years.
Yeah.
And if you we drop you or you trade teams, you're gonna have to that's getting liquidated. You can't be invested in one team and play for different teams.
Correct.
And also like I feel like when you're actually vested in a team, you're so much more eager then to do things that make that team better and raise the value of that team because that raises the value of your investment. So if you're Soto and the Pirates, instead of just like flying away every single time like you're in the offseason, you want to make sure the Pirates are valuable. You want to sit there, you want to do the events, you want to make sure people are coming to Pirates games. So I feel like it would help. But also, like, there's just, I feel like so many different, only like 10 players in any point in the league would be able to even get this. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think in our lifetimes, you will see players start to get equity in all 4 major sports.
Yeah. I don't think it would be a bad idea either necessarily.
The only exception might be, I shouldn't say all 4. Football, they're not going to get that up, and they shouldn't. Like, no. But I think you will see, and I think baseball, because they don't have a cap, will be the first one. Now, how do you kind of measure that equity versus a luxury tax or anything like that? That's a whole different thing. Looks like we do have a caller here. Let me see here. I'm doing this the first time here, so if I fuck up, I apologize. If I hang up on you accidentally, please call back in. Let's see here. Hello, sir. Or ma'am.
And what's going on?
Hello. Who is this, my friend?
Way too early, Hammond, Indiana.
Oh, hello. Way too early. How are you doing?
Hoosier.
Indiana. We got Vibs here.
Hoosier, love it.
We're doing well. I wanted to talk some NFL future. How you feeling about that?
I love it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. So one bet that I really like is it's probably pretty chalk because he's the top choice. But Ben Johnson, Coach of the Year. As we know, a lot of these awards are very narrative based.
Absolutely.
I think if Caleb Williams can, reach the low standard of 4,000 yards and say the Bears get a winning record, I think it'll be kind of easy that they'll give it to him. The next best is Rabel, which is going to be hard to compete with the Bills, and I feel like there's a little less narrative there. But I wanted to give out a couple 2 long shots as well. You've got Harbaugh on the Chargers at 18-1. I think if just some type of issue happens with the Chiefs and for some reason they're able to win the West, I think with that running first type of offense, I think they'll be happy to give it to Harbaugh. And for Moisty, if the Bengals find a way to, say, shoot out everyone and get the first or the second seed, Zach Taylor at 60-1.
Zach Taylor's in like a dogfight against his own and basically GM because the GM just refuses to pay anybody.
Yes.
Well, they pay offensive players, not defensive ones, I guess.
Just no defensive players, yeah.
Actually, and let's say he gets through all the noise, and as we know, the Bengals are terrible on defense. Say they're top 15 to top 20, and they've got, say, the 1 or the 2 seed. I think narrative-based, people will want to give Zach Taylor some props going through all the hell he's gone through already.
Yeah.
I don't hate any of the thought process there way too early at all.
I'd say the only thing I'd say in counterance to Harbaugh is the fact that he just had an 11-win season, so I feel like it's tough to go from 11-win season to Coach of the Year.
Out of all the names he mentioned, Harbaugh's the one I like the least.
If Harbaugh would have been, he would have won it if any time last year, going from like a dog shit, like I think it was 6-win team to an 11-win team.
What about Mike Vrabel? I feel like he
said him.
You did?
Second,
okay.
He's like the second pick.
I kind of like him. He's got his quarterback, and he was just dog shit last year.
What?
So
Raiders, Pete Carroll. That's probably they were terrible last year.
Not a bad.
Yeah.
And that narrative kind of fits too. I think he's right though. I think the number one, and I think that he is number one is Ben Johnson.
I think their division's so tough that it's like,
It's like 49ers were look, they had a few injuries.
The Raiders?
Yeah, sorry, Raiders. Yeah, sorry, never mind. I was thinking NFC.
That's your division, brother. You know how tough it is.
So it'd be
Live it.
You could still get a lot of wins, but it's gonna be tough versus Chiefs versus us, and even Denver now will be tough, man.
Let's say the Raiders go 9-8 though. They went 4-13 last year. They go 9-8.
Wild card team maybe.
Or even if they just have that winning record, kind of like what the call was saying about the Bears. And thank you very much for way too early. That was a good call. You have a winning record with the team that bad, that might be enough. He said, and he's right about that narrative kind of being kind of the hinging thing there. I think Ben Johnson, he is number one in the odds, but it makes sense. But Pete Carroll is not a bad name that are out there.
You'd have to make the playoffs, right?
I don't know.
I think so. I think you would.
I
wonder what the prior
10
coach of the year.
10-7.
Let's look
I'm gonna go take
prior.
a peek.
Okay, you got it. You're pulling it up. Perfect. Sorry, go on.
I would say if you go 10-7, you miss about like a tiebreaker. Could that be enough? I think it could be. I think it obviously would help it enormously if you make the playoffs. But.
Right. Yeah, the Raiders were so bad last year. That's what it's just like bringing a bad team back is what.
Especially if you can do it in your first season as coach or whatever, that can go a long way.
Kevin O'Connell won last year, and the Vikings were 14-3. The year before, they were 7-10.
But he was still the coach.
He was still the coach then. So I guess, but I mean, again, it's the record bad to good, I think is the big thing here.
And you got to rule out, like, if you've been a good coach consistently, like Andy Reid's not going to win it. Or like Bill Belichick probably deserved it most years, and he just
There's no narrative to that. It's
There's
like,
no narrative, yeah.
Of course they're great. Of course they're great. Let's see. It was also Stefanski before that, going from what was it, 7-10 to 11-6. It feels like you need to be going from a 7-ish win team to double digits. Is kind of the idea here. And also, obviously, have the narrative helps a lot. And I like that with Ben Johnson.
I'll say this. I look at the end, and I probably said this last year too. So I'm looking at this NFL team, like who made the playoffs last year, and I don't see a big drop off for anybody. Like all the teams that were good last year, I think have a really good, reasonable chance to be good this year. Now I said that last year, and I thought the Niners were going to win the West, and they had a miserable season. So like there is always. I mean, there's always at least one team. Usually, there's multiple teams that do have that drop off. I just don't. We kind of talked about it on the show last week. I don't have a real handle on who that would be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any faith in the Vikings, really. I know they have a solid team all around, but
Really?
J.J. McCarthy, I feel like he didn't throw the ball at all in college, and they're just like, yeah, this guy's
You had
ready
faith
to
in
go.
Sam Darnold, though?
It's great, yeah. But he was okay
True.
on the 49ers in spurts. Like, terrible on the Panthers.
And bad on the Jets.
Bad on the Jets.
Now, is he mature? Now, I think Justin Jefferson makes any quarterback look good, which
Correct.
100%.
which he might do for J.J. McCarthy, too.
Did it for Cousins, did it for Darnold.
Addison's not in trouble, right, anymore?
I don't-
He had some sort of issue. I forgot what it was.
He-
Oh, wait, not sure.
He's also good.
Now, we talked about this a little show last week, but like the Vikings went 14-3 last year. Are they going to go 14-3 this year? No. I mean, that's really hard to do. Just 14 wins is hard to
Right.
do.
Packers also are going to have a full season, hopefully, of Jordan Love, which also makes them better.
But if the Vikings go 11-6, that's still enough to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, and you wonder, Ev was saying yesterday or last week how the Lions were a really fascinating team to watch. They lose both of their coordinators, right? Like how much of that success was coordinator based, or how much of that success was like the team? And they went 15-2, but like if they go 12-5, that's still a good year, even though they lost three more games.
It's so weird with Dan Campbell because I feel like he's just a great glue guy, if that makes sense. Like I would never be like, oh, the analytical mind of Dan Campbell. Like he's just, I feel like
Strategic genius.
Yeah, I feel like he's a good coach at letting his guys run. You know what I mean? And I feel like you see that with Ben and with Aaron Glenn too. It's like, hey, just do your thing. I'll glue all this shit together and like keep the team motivated, all that stuff, and it worked. And they were a great team. I just don't know who are their replacements. Who actually stepped up as the coordinator?
I don't know. I'm terrible at that.
I think I was looking at futures a couple weeks ago, and I bet the Lions would have a rushing touchdown in every single game. That was one of my futures. I was like, all right, sure.
Interesting. Remember what the odds were on that?
It was like 1,300 or something on DraftKings.
Interesting.
So John Morton.
Let me find it.
John Morton is now the offensive coordinator.
Oh, of course, John Morton.
For them, who's been with the Lions before, he was with the Broncos before that, pass game coordinator with them last year, and they were give him credit. Like
hey, Bo Nix, yeah,
he made Bo Nix into something that should have been nothing into something great.
Detroit Lions score one rushing touchdown in every regular season game, 17 games, plus 800.
Huh?
It's fun.
It's something to watch.
I
for all year.
like what's his name?
That's a fun-
Montgomery. Their backfield is incredible.
That's a fun bet.
It's fun. I'm not a Lions fan, but I enjoy watching
It
that
gives you a reason
offense
to
go.
watch.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Kelvin Shepard is the defensive coordinator for the Lions, who was their linebackers coach last year and for the few years before that. And he's also a former NFLer, as is most of the people on Campbell staff. Mark Brunell is their quarterbacks coach.
Oh, there we go, old friend.
Yeah.
Some baseball news happened over the weekend. We're obviously a lot close to the trade deadline. Seth Lugo was expected to be one of the top arms available potentially. The Royals locked him up for 2 more years, so he's obviously not going anywhere. You didn't see major deals. Obviously, we had the Yankees McMahon one. I think that might have happened after the show. So I guess that's the biggest one. And then we saw it firsthand. McMahon made a great play on Saturday, made another great play on Sunday. I do worry about his offense long term, but he had a big hit yesterday.
Didn't really give up anything crazy, so I don't think that's like a tremendous.
No, I don't think so either.
2 prospects, right?
2 prospects. One of them, I think only one of them was a top 10 guy, but he's like 9.
Yeah.
The other guy was so no. You really didn't give up much for. The thing is now you got to pay him the next 2 years, $16.5 million. So now he's your third baseman next 2 years.
Yeah.
This is the Rockies' third baseman they picked up.
Very good defensively.
Yeah.
Offensively, especially from Coors Field, he's not been particularly good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Yankees did make another move. They went and got a utility infielder, Ahmed Rosario, the old Mets prospect. And he's going to be kind of like the left-handed platoon.
Hey, you know what? Old Mets prospects seem to do pretty well. Pete Armstrong's a fucking MVP.
Well, yeah, I guess the difference is
There's a lot of differences.
Ahmed Rosario is kind of washed out, where Pete Armstrong still one of
There's a lot of
one
differences.
of the absolute worst trades of the century for the Mets.
Yeah.
Are the Yankees out of their slump? Last time I checked, they were just reeling.
No, it's a nightmare. So I guess the big news, the big baseball news over the weekend. It's too bad you're a Yankee fan, but it's too bad the other guys aren't here. Aaron Judge. So Aaron Judge, and this is shows you how horrible of a manager Aaron Boone is. Aaron Judge hurt his elbow on Tuesday. DH'd on Wednesday, had an off day on Thursday. Friday, he's in the lineup again in the outfield. You can tell, noticeably cannot throw the ball from right in. Like, he's having major problems. Just during the game, he went to Aaron Boone and said, hey, my elbow's barking. That's not good. Aaron Boone kept him in the outfield.
Insane. Just insane.
After that game, they went and took imaging, and he has a flexor injury. Now, that flexor, luckily, his UCL is intact. But that typically leads to blowing out your elbow, which means you need Tommy John, which means you're out for 8 months if you're a hitter. The fact that Boone left him in there with an elbow injury on the best player in baseball is that's malpractice.
Moron.
I mean, insane.
Right.
I mean, that's a fire. If Aaron Boone had snapped his elbow on a throwback, that's a fireable offense.
Couldn't agree more.
It's crazy. And then the Yankees did lose 2 out of 3 in this series. Now they were playing the Phillies, who are a very good team. But the Yankees right now. So Aaron Judge, is out now for the next 8 games at least. If you're a Yankees fan, are you kind of reeling right now? What's the
infuriated? I think that it's bad enough when they're just sucking ass, and every single day Boone gets onto the podium and he's like, "Yeah, I think we got the guys. I think we got the right teams together. It's just we're gonna put it all together." Like, just consistently bullshitting over and over again, and then pulling that, which is it gives you flashbacks, honestly, of when Staley put in Mike Williams in the last game of the season before the playoffs in a meaningless game. Players were already clinched, spot was clinched, didn't matter, and Mike Williams broke his back, couldn't play in the playoffs. So it just reminds me of that immediately. It pisses me off to no end when a coach does something like that. You hear a player, especially again, like you were just saying,
Star player,
the best player, the best player in baseball
of the league player.
Well, yeah, maybe Ohtani. You can say Ohtani and Judge. Right, the best player in the league.
Yeah, and he's saying, "Hey, this shit hurts. Like, you do not put him back in." That's fucking crazy to me.
Crazy.
Or at least like shift him. Let him play DH for fucking 2 games and then go back in. I don't care. Do something.
Yankees right now are 5.5 behind the Blue Jays in the East. Wild card.
Blue Jays lost yesterday, right?
The Blue Jays did lose yesterday. Yeah. The wild card is very interesting. You have the Yankees right now at the top. They have a 1.5 game buffer between them and the 4th team that would be. So there's 3 teams make the wild cards. The Yankees right now, Red Sox are a game behind the Yankees. The Mariners and Rangers are tied for that 4th spot, or that 3rd spot, excuse me. So it's basically a game of musical chairs where you have 3 spots, you have 4 teams fighting for it. Yankees could easily. I'm saying something I said differently last week on the show before Judge got hurt. Now I'm like, Yankees could not make the playoffs.
I mean, there is a distinct possibility. There's more than enough.
Rangers are red hot right now.
There's more than enough, like whatever the opposite of runway is. There's more than enough of that for them to crash and burn.
Rangers have won 6 in a row. The Rangers, their offense has been horrible all year. It's been really bad. Their pitching's been incredible. Over the weekend, this offense started to pick up. And there are some good bats in that lineup that I know can hit. Seager, Simeon, even like Adolis Garcia. There's a number of guys that have proven track records of being able to hit in that lineup. And if they start clicking with that pitching they have with DeGrom, with Eovaldi, that's a dangerous team.
DeGrom's playing good as shit, too.
DeGrom is a borderline Cy Young. He's not going to win, I don't think. But he is right there in the Cy Young category right now.
You guys are, 2 up on right now the Phillies?
We're in a game and a half up over the Phillies. But the good news is we have a much bigger buffer for the wild card. The Mets have won 7 in a row. So we're playing pretty good right now.
I would not want to play the Cubs in a wild card game. That's
Cubs?
That's a team I wouldn't want to touch.
Well, I wouldn't want to. I would be afraid of. It's best 2 out of 3, but I'd be afraid of Matthew Boyd.
Yeah.
He's pitching tonight. He's 23 innings in a row scoreless. He's a Cy Young candidate himself. I mean, Skeen's going to win, but the Cubs look really good right now.
Yeah.
All my information about the Mets comes from Frank the Tank's Twitter.
Yeah.
And
of course
Colin Cooper.
Yeah.
Former producer of Lower in the Bar. If I had to guess, I would have thought the Mets were like 7 games back on the Phillies. I found out the Mets are leading the division. They're like the best team in baseball right now.
Yep.
Like, so
I mean,
I need more reputable news sources, but I don't give a shit about the Mets.
You should. They're a very good team. Some people kind of like love the misery and want the misery more than the reality.
I'll see the timeline. I'm like, oh shit, the Mets must have lost by 7, and I'll check, and they win the game. They won, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the reality is the Mets are very good, and I think they're going to get better. I think you're going to see them make a move. They're one of those teams that I think you're going to see make that move. Now, did they get another bull? They went and got Gregory Soto, bullpen piece, nice piece, fine. But are they going to go get an impact bat? Are they going to get like a Brent Rooker, which would make me go crazy? That's the guy I want the most.
Sorry to say, you guys do have the lowest run differential of the 4 current playoff teams in the NL.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that pitching has been our strength. That's why I wouldn't mind getting that.
By the way, beginning of the year, I thought would be the opposite. You guys,
I know.
It was incredible.
Well, Marty Mush famously said the Mets have like the worst pitching staff in baseball. Something just ridiculously asinine. Senga's been very good this year. I will say his last 2 starts haven't been the best. He's coming off an injury. But David Peterson's been incredible. And Minaya, you can see him getting healthier and healthier. If you go to a playoff series with those 3, and if we're able to go get another pitcher like a Mitch Keller, or I'm not a huge Sandy Alcantara fan, just because he's been so bad this year. But you go get, I don't know if it's even on the table. Edward Cabrera, that'd be incredible. So there's guys out there. The trade deadline is Thursday. I know Meek and I will be doing instant reactions to all the trades that day. And obviously, we'll talk about it. I'll be here all week, talk about the deals that happened. But I'm hoping we get a big deal today or tomorrow. I'd love to see a big deal from somebody, because the last big deal was the McMahon one. That was Friday.
You think for sure the Mets make a move?
Mets will absolutely make a move. I don't know how big the move will be, and I think the Yankees have another move in them too. I just don't know what that exactly entails. It might be another relief arm, which I don't know is the most exciting in the world, but or it might be an impact bat for the Mets. Or for the Yankees, it might be a starter.
Yeah, relief arm isn't sexy, but that's how you win a championship.
It's like one of those offensive line things. Like if you're not trading for a star tackle, but you're trading for like a mid-level guard, that's still great if your current guard sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, by the way, looking at that same thing, the Cubs plus 116 run differential versus for example, averaging around 50-ish for everyone else.
You can make a case. We talked about it a little on the show last week. You can make a case the Cubs have the best lineup in baseball right now. You wonder what they're going to do with a guy like Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker free agent at the end of the year. He the big bat they went and got. The Cubs ownership has been ridiculously cheap, in my opinion, embarrassingly so. That stadium brings them money hand over fist. You look at what they charge for ticket prices in Wrigley Field; it's insane. They should be spending money to put a team on the field that those fans pay good money to see.
Is Wrigley one of the smaller venues, though? Is it a smaller?
It's smallish. I will say attendance has gone down a bit in recent years with some of these new stadiums. So, it's not huge, and it's a beautiful park for sure. But, they charge an arm and a leg to go to those games.
Yeah.
And there's no excuse to have not one of the major top payrolls in the game. And, you have a guy like Kyle Tucker, impact bat, you should be extending that guy. Now, if he goes to free agency, you gave up one of your best prospects in Cam Smith, who's now in the Astros, and then, it's Zach Paredes, who's was having a great year before he got hurt. So, you give up 2 impact bats to go get this guy. You should sign him long term. There's some big games today. I think the game that I'm most interested in today is this Cubs-Brewers game. Cubs-Brewers tied the NL Central. You got Matthew Boyd, a guy that I talked about earlier, and Jacob Mizorowski, the Miz. My issue with him is that he doesn't stay long in games. He's the guy, rookie, made the All-Star team. He's only had 6 starts. They have him on a pitch count. So because of that, my pick of the day is going to be the Cubs. I think it's minus 119 money line. I will say this. My baseball picks have been beyond atrocious. I'm having the worst July.
You had a weird pitcher yesterday that
it's
lost.
Horrible.
Who'd you have? Would you get a pitcher yesterday that lost? I forget who it was.
Well, I had a parlay and it lost the first leg. So it was just everything I'm touching turns to shit. So if you're a Brewers fan, you've seen that, you should be elated, probably elated that I took the I'm taking the Brewers here, or I'm taking the Cubs here.
Have you ever been to the Brewers Stadium?
I never have.
Okay, I'm not be the guy that talks about stadiums, but I've seen it from the outside. I've obviously seen games on TV there. Doesn't look like the best stadium.
It's newer.
I want
retractable roof, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's newer.
Yeah,
it is. I thought it was a little.
It has a retractable roof.
I thought it was a little older.
I guess. I'm old.
Maybe someone from Milwaukee can let me know. But it just kind of
okay.
American Family Field.
American Family Field. Yeah, they got a slide. That's kind of awesome.
They got the slide. I've never been there, so I can't speak to it.
Yeah.
I went to a Bank One. Well, it used to be Bank One Ballpark. I forget what it's called now. The Diamondbacks, where they play.
Right.
That stadium I went for the first time this year. I wasn't impressed. Also, retractable roof. I'm going back again next week, actually.
Okay.
Visiting some family out there, so I'm going to give her. I'll blog a review of the stadium then.
Yeah, I remember you saying it just didn't have much character to it.
Yeah,
it's kind of lifeless.
Kind of a soulless.
Despite having a pool in the outfield. Correct?
I know, but I wish they have a Hall of Fame, which is nice, but they tuck it away. They hide it. Put that. I like when you walk around, you see the history everywhere you go. Give me that.
Yeah, give me slides, give me pools. I don't care about the Hall of Fame bust.
Oh, that's because
I'm curious if you get this, and I think you will. There is one film that was shot most majority in American Family Field. I wonder if you get what it is.
Mr. 3000?
Mr. 3000.
Bernie Mac.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We have Dylan on the line. Dylan, let's go. I don't know if you can hear us, Dylan.
Yep. What's going on, boys?
What's up, Dylan?
So I got 2 futures.
All right, let's go.
One I wanted to call in last week for. You guys hit on it a little bit. It's Rangers World Series. I got them 50-1. I think now they're 40-1. They're 9-1 in their last 10. I don't know if they'll win the division. But say they get in wild card series.
Yep.
The 1-2 is DeGrom and Baldy. So I don't care who they play in the wild card. That's a great 1-2. Their third will probably be Molly when he comes back. John Gray maybe. Leiter's been pitching good. They got the pitching. They're the best pitching in the AL. The bats need to go.
Let's talk about that pick for a second. I love this pick.
It's 2,800 right now on DraftKings.
28-1 on DraftKings.
Yep.
I think this pick makes a lot of sense. You also have Bruce Bochy, don't forget, managing that team. No one manages a playoff bullpen better than Bruce Bochy. He's got 4 rings now. I mean, how many managers have that? And he wins with that bullpen. I think that lineup is going to click. I was very disappointed how they played so far offensively, but Dylan, I think that is a really smart play. I think the Rangers have a real. Oh, they are. I think the Rangers are absolutely a World Series contender. I would like to see them trade for one more bat. What's your other play?
Yep. And who do you think the team to beat in the AL is right now? The Astros, you'd probably say?
I'd say the Astros. I'm really afraid of Framber and Hunter Brown in a playoff series. Now, the Rangers kind of neutralize that, right, with DeGrom and with the Eovaldi. So that's why I think the Rangers are an interesting pick.
And Adolis. I mean, Adolis has like 20 career home runs against them. He owns them.
I worry about the what if the Astros get Yonder back? Then they're a different team. And I mean back like the way the Yonder that we know. You go and get him back. Then the Astros look a little different, look a little more dangerous. I think the Astros are still the team to beat the AL. But honestly, the Blue Jays are playing really well. I don't mean to throw shade on them because they've been consistently good all year. But man, oh man, I gotta say, I think the Rangers might be my second pick if I had to pick.
Coming outside of like the chalk, yeah.
Exactly.
Even including the chalk.
There. And then I just want to, if you are you good with this one? I got another future.
Yeah.
Okay, I got Georgia Tech to make the playoffs 7-1, and I'm taking them to win the ACC 13-1. I got them at. You're gonna blink, and they're gonna be 10-1 going into Georgia.
Hell yeah.
They got the easy ACC schedule. They play Clemson. That's the only real good team. They play them at home. So, and then they play Georgia at the end of the year, which you're gonna blink. They're gonna be 10-1 walking. They're home against Georgia too, so they're gonna be 10-1 against Georgia. Even if they lose that game 10-2, they'll probably be in the ACC championship. I think they definitely get in, and I think there will be a rematch with Clemson in the ACC championship. So those are my 2.
Now, I'm not a college football guy at all, but are you saying they're 10-1 because their schedule is very soft, or because the talent on the team is that good?
Well, they got their quarterback back, Henry King, and their running back. I forget his name. They're both studs. And they're playing the easy side of the ACC. Like the only good team they play is Clemson. They play Syracuse, Boston College. Yeah, they don't have much to compete with. Their top 2 teams, Georgia, Clemson, they play. And
last year they beat a lot of the big dogs in the ACC too, right? Like they beat Miami. They took Georgia to like an 8 overtime game in Athens.
Right.
Like, yeah, Georgia Tech's kind of fun. I like them.
And they got a lot of their team back.
Is this Jamal Haynes you were talking about, the running back?
Yes, bingo.
They have Jamal Haynes and then Haynes King as the quarterback.
Haynes.
They flipped himself. A lot of Haynes here.
So your official pick is them to make the playoffs. Is that correct?
Yep, and to win the ACC. I'm gonna have them 13-1 in the game, and I'll probably hedge it.
All right. Okay. I like those picks, Dylan. Thanks a lot for the call.
Dylan, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Charleston, originally from Buffalo, but I just moved down here a year ago.
Okay, no bias, so no.
It's beautiful area. I love that area.
No bias. It's good to know no bias.
Love that. Yeah. No, everyone's going to the Carolinas.
Carolina's beautiful.
Place to be right now.
Charleston is great.
Who asked that?
Vibsy.
Yeah, a little bit of bias. I am a Rangers fan. Full.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, that was Kinjack that asked the bias.
For the football though.
Yeah.
I'll say it, man. You can be biased, not biased. The Rangers are a team to watch.
Last year, the Rangers were in that race with the Mariners and all, and the Mariners I bet on the Mariners.
Rangers
They
dropped
fell
back
off.
a bit last year.
Right. Who did?
I don't want to toot my own horn. I had them 50-1 the year they won it. I take them every year.
Attaboy.
So it's not really,
No, I do that too. I
But-
do that I'll do like Justin Herbert MVP
I
every
always
single
take my
year.
favorite team. Why not? But thank you guys.
Thank you, my friend.
you.
All right, we got
I like the Georgia Tech.
Dude,
Bet.
I'm looking at that running back. 5.6 yards per carry is insane. I know it's college, but like it's just so funny.
I know this is
Averaging half your fucking down in distance.
we had someone on hold and they hung up.
Oh, whoopsie.
Did they hang up?
I didn't press the button. I swear to
Okay.
God.
I saw you. I saw you.
I was moving the thing over to press the button. I did not press the button. If I did somehow fuck something up, which is very possible, I don't believe I did.
That was
Call back, my friend.
That was Bryce Harper calling.
Bryce Harper. Well, I'm on Bryce Harper's side.
Yeah,
I'm the anti-owner.
he wanted a
That's
two-
Rob Manfred calling in.
He wanted to say thanks to you for
Oh, all right.
sticking
I
up for
appreciate
him.
it.
And
I love Bryce.
I'm always on the side of the players.
Yeah.
It's like I always say. Who do you want? Someone's gonna get that money regardless. Do you want it to be the owners or the players? Like I'm always on the side to give it to the players. And we all know the owners, wherever they have a chance to, if it wasn't for these unions being strong, the owners would stomp all over the players.
Oh,
They
yeah.
did it. They did it for decades and decades and decades until the players got free agency. We all saw that. Look that up. There's a reason those guys had second jobs and stuff because they couldn't afford it.
Plumbers and firemen, when they start joke about that on like with basketball players and stuff too. It's like, well, yeah, they kind of had to keep working.
All right, this gentleman called back, so let me get him on here. Let's see. Hopefully, I don't.
Hey, what's up, Bryce?
Hello, my friend.
How's it going? Yeah, Clemmer, you actually did hang up on me. So,
I did.
I told you.
I will say I don't think I did. I'm gonna.
No, you actually did.
I trust Clemmer.
No. There's multiple people who have access to this screen. It's not just
I
me.
heard the beep, beep, beep after you hung up.
You think it was me? You think it was me? I'm gonna ask
We're
Jason.
getting
Jason.
head shakes from the producers in the booth.
You think it was
Jason?
it me?
It's all good. It's all
Hey,
good.
I'm going to be real with you. I stepped out to take a phone call when you picked that one up, so I have nothing to do with that. You were the only person
I will say
with the phone.
I didn't pick it up.
It's all good.
May I ask, Bryce, where are you calling from?
I'm like,
I'm calling in from California.
what's your
right now.
name? I don't think it's
Nice.
Bryce, by the way. What's your name, sir?
Oh,
I'm Cameron.
Cameron. Hello.
Cameron. Sorry. Oh, I was thinking Bryce Harper was actually. I thought we were actually talking to Bryce
No,
Harper.
not Bryce
I
Harper.
wish.
What's up, my friend?
I was actually calling in to kind of call out Clemmer to begin with, not starting the show with Nick Kurtz's 4-home run game.
God
I mean,
damn
it's very-
true.
That's
Fuck.
very fair.
You're
That's
right.
very fair, my
in the Bay
friend.
Area, we were very happy about it, and
You're
it
not.
only happened 20 times. It's more rare than a perfect game, and you didn't start the show with it.
Yeah, well, I think as it happened on Friday. No, but you're absolutely right. It's not. Let's just talk about this. This game isn't not just. It's not just a 4-home run game. He had 6 hits. There were 3 different ballparks where if he had that game there, it would have been a 5-home run game, which has never happened in Major League history. He's also the first rookie to ever do it. This is more than just a 4-home run game. This is one of the greatest games any player has ever had. This kid is he's a rookie. He's slugging well over 600, almost 700. Incredible stuff. Cam, you're absolutely right, my friend. This should be talked about a lot more. And it's a shame. It's a shame he's doing it for the A's. Not anything.
Hey, I'm an A's fan. Come
Well,
on,
no,
man.
only because you guys, if you're an A's fan, God bless you, because you guys have been treated so poorly by this ownership. Do you live in Sacramento, Oakland? Like, what's your relationship
I'm
with the team?
kind of in the middle of between, like East Bay, so it's like kind of like the same distance to both. So it doesn't affect me too much. I hate the ownership, but I'm not like too sad that they're going to Vegas just because I think there's some perks that honestly come with Vegas. I just hate the owner. I wish it was just under a different owner, different head. But there's some perks that I think are honestly cool with being in Vegas. Plus, I didn't go through the heartbreak with the Raiders because I'm an A's Niners fan, so it's kind of different for me.
Okay.
But I'm a huge A's fan, so
I love it.
I just kinda
I
hope
love
that
that you're an
they
A's fan. I'll tell you, you guys got some good things going there.
Dude, their shortstop. Who's the starter?
dude, it's an exciting time, man. It's
Jacob
an exciting
Wilson?
time. We got some really good young talent.
Wilson's a beast.
Wilson's good, and I think you guys should try to trade Severino to somebody, and even just to get he doesn't like pitching in Sacramento. I think he could maybe provide some value, get something back for him. I don't know.
What I've been thinking honestly more about is the A's have a lot of really good young outfield prospects still that are blocked right now because they have so many young outfielders that they want to play right now. So I honestly would try to trade Rooker maybe. Like I love Rooker so much, but if you can get a good a good piece for him, a good young arm that we need pitching so bad. We need pitching so bad that if you get a good young arm for Rooker, I think it would be honestly a good idea to just kind of see the market, see what you can get for him, and if there's a good offer, just take it.
I love it. I thank you for bringing that up, Cam. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you're an A's fan, my friend.
Thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely. So we have a special call here. This is Tim from Canton. Tim from Canton is one of the long-time callers for the Kirk Minahan show.
Okay.
He's also someone I've met several times.
Is he playing in this?
I consider him a friend. He's not playing in the game. But he is an absolute animal. Him calling into a show that I'm doing is kind of a highlight for me. Tim from Canton, the great Tim from Canton.
High praise indeed, Chris. And just to clarify, I am a technical consultant for the game tonight.
There you go.
Okay.
Filming. Yeah. So, Chris, in regards to tonight's game, how much has the line moved since Mutt announced that he was hit by a car up in Wells, Maine?
Mutt, I'll tell you, I'm too close to it to give an answer to that. But I'll say this: Mutt was working really hard in his shot. I thought Mutt was looking really good. I was bummed out that Mutt got hurt. He was working really hard, which is ironic. It's Mutt, but he was working really hard on his shot.
So what would you have said the line was pre and post the injury? And then I have one last follow-up question, if I may.
It's like I said, I'm pretty close to it. It's tough to say. I really like KMS's chances just because they're playing so well as a team. I think KMS was the favorite before Mutt's injury. I think they're the favorite after. But I will say though, Mutt going down does stink.
Does Pat tearing his ACL kind of can't even out the line?
Well, they get Dana though.
Dana's knee is also mush.
He's yeah.
We'll see what kind of shape Dana's in. I don't know if Pat.
Dana, we saw Dana walking out of the office with his equipment bag, and he was wincing carrying his equipment bag.
Yeah, he was struggling. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I heard he had a good practice last week. I don't know. Yeah.
And it does, that puff pussy CEO of yours backing out to go stare at mold all day today or whatever. Does that move the line at all? Or do you think he bailed because he knew he didn't want to be associated with this ship going down?
I mean, I don't.
What a soft as shit pussy he is.
I was shocked he's not doing this. He's not coaching this game. Honestly, I was very surprised. Now there is he chose mold. I will say though, I mean, having Meek Phil now be the only kind of line between authority and anarchy is not ideal.
You're a notorious Meek hater.
I love Meek Phil, but I also hate Meek Phil. It's true. It's a complicated relationship.
Mold before Meek is what we're hearing. Mold before Meek.
Mold before Meek. Mold before Mush. Mold before Bosco. I mean, he chose Mold before all those guys. And that's something they have to live with. And you got guys like Ken, Jack, and Vibs. They're always going to have go New York, go New York, go New York. But I think if you ask them, they've lost 1% of their soul today.
Fuck them. See you in a few hours, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Tim.
1% of my soul.
I don't know what that means.
I think you guys were so on the go New York, go New York, go New York, and Dave chose Mold over a team that you're rooting for, a team that you were on.
I'm rooting for the team here. I can root for the Chargers and hate Dean Spanos. You know what I mean? or vice versa. I don't understand the logic here.
I'm just gonna speak from the heart right now. I think it's a good thing because this team, granted it's under your coaching, this team, anytime things get intense and they make it to the playoffs, this team gets a little scared. I think if Dave was there, they were going to play a little scared.
Play tight.
Play it tight.
It's actually not a bad point.
Because they're like, oh, we got to impress them. We got to play well. Because whenever this team's, 0-3 in the playoffs?
Bosco and Meek says anything, and Bosco wants to.
Bosco's not going to listen to Meek. It's a non-factor.
Bosco's going to kill Meek. If they're down and Meek says something to him, Bosco will just kill him.
I just don't think he will take regards of anything he is saying.
Bosco, he's ready to go.
Yes, he looks great.
He looks great.
He lost a ton of weight.
He's like a Luca on the cover of that Men's Health magazine.
He did it all for Meek Phil. We have a call here, a gentleman named Coach. Hello, sir. Or ma'am.
What's going on, fellas? This Coach down in Charlotte. Just had a quick call about tonight's game. I think New York runs away with this one. First of all, you got Dana, who's by far the best player on the court, coming back. I don't care if he's injured. He'll go out there and play like Willis Reed to get the championship. And the other thing is that I can't believe you guys aren't thinking about is this stuff always works out in Barstool's favor to get us the best content. And the best content is Meek coming back in the office tomorrow with a big swinging dick and a shit-eating grin on his face and tormenting Clemmer for the rest of his life.
Yep.
So that's what I think is going to happen tonight. I'll hang up and listen.
Oh, my God.
Willis Reed, he brings up Willis Reed. How many minutes did Willis Reed play in that game? I think it was like 2, right? So if Dana plays 2 minutes, that's not ideal. So if he plays like Willis Reed did, I don't know if that's the goal. That
is the nightmare scenario though, right? Like Meek contributes nothing, but New York still wins. For you specifically,
Meek is Meek. I care more about winning than Meek. I care about more than winning than dealing with Meek. I should say. Not I care more than Meek does.
Okay.
Although I think Meek does. I don't know. I think Meek wants to win. I don't know if.
Why wouldn't he want to win?
I think he wants to win.
What?
No, I think he wants to win. I don't know what motivates Meek. Like Meek loves being antagonistic. Meek loves picking apart somebody else's failures more than touting his own successes.
Who has the quote where it's like, it's not enough for me to win, my
others
enemies
need
have
to
to
fail?
What's that? Who is that? Genghis Khan?
That's Meek. That's
in
a Meek
Star
quote.
Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Meek Phil quote, right? It's not for others to succeed. And I think at the end of the day, though, also Meek is such a troll that I could see him saying something really shitty to the guys. Like if let's say they're down at the second half or whatever,
them.
just saying something shitty and having this team just like rip him apart, like really physically rip him apart. Like he will come home with no arms and like one leg.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to build out the worst scenario for you, and it would be that like if Meek contributes a lot, like he's doing crazy shit, he's been watching YouTube videos, tutorials, whatever, and figured some crazy shit out, and he contributes a lot and he wins. That's great. We swing a dick, we'll be all sucking him off, all that stuff.
Meek knows ball.
But if he does nothing,
No, you say that, but if you watch the documentary, his one play that he had designed was an out of bounds play that the guys. I was told too, and it's to show in the documentary, the guys quickly said, "Look, we're not doing that." So I don't know how much ball.
While you're waiting for the game to start tonight, people at home, check out the documentary if you haven't already.
Yes,
it's incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, please do. Please check that out for sure. All right, you guys have any picks here? I've just the one pick. I've been so bad this year. I'm trying to focus on one pick a day here. Pull that up here. If you guys have picks, jump in.
The Braves have been ass, but I think tonight's the bounce back. I'm taking the Braves -1.5.
I don't think I have anything for today, but I have been looking at the lines I was just looking at futures for the division in AFC West, and they have Ladd McConkey as to be the top receiver in the entire AFC West, right? I think Brock Bowers will probably be that. I think he's going to get absolutely zeroed in on him in this Geno Smith led offense Pete Carroll. So I'm going to go with Brock Bowers, leading receiving yards.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that mentality at all.
He's like third, I think, on the pecking order, behind like Rashee Rice or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the Chiefs kind of like throw the ball around a little bit too. I could see Geno locking in on Brock Bowers. On the Cubs money line, it's -119. Hopefully, I can kind of get out of this baseball betting tailspin I'm in. And then we got the big game tonight, 7:30. Kirkman Hand Show Network. Tune in. We have one last call here. Let's see here. Let's see if I'll try to press the right button here. Hello.
What's up, Chris?
Is this Harmon?
Chris. It's Joe Sauce.
Oh, Joe Sauce, the great Joe Sauce.
Oh yeah. What's up, Joe?
Hello, Joe.
What's up, boys? I'm on my way down there right now. I got a massive hemorrhoid. It's killing me.
Oh my!
my
I've been there,
goodness.
brother.
Oh,
Trust me.
no.
I'm getting a surgery actually Friday this week.
Are you really?
You got to sit on like a donut.
I took a salt bath this morning.
Oh, a
Didn't
sits
do
bath. Sits bath, baby. Oh yeah, that was my life for like 6 months straight.
Chris, are you not going to the game?
I'm going to the game. I will be getting on a train in about an hour. I care about this show. I care about the game. I'm here and I'm gonna head right to the game. How about that, right?
Great, awesome. You should get a little pay bump, I think.
Oh, right now I don't have a contract at all. Dave said we'll see after the game. Now Dave chose mold over the game. Maybe he'll choose mold over my contract as well.
That's right. So do you think it's gonna be like a fight tonight, or what do you think? Because I could instigate something.
I'll say this. It's going to be very aggressive. I'll leave it at that.
It definitely is.
It's going to be very aggressive.
I think there's a fight for
I
sure.
think there's just too much personality. You know,
It's going to be a combustible situation. I think. I think you'll get a read on the game early on, kind of like in that first half. Although I will say, like New York, I felt like New York was the last game. They were starting to kind of get upset in the second half more, maybe because they were, that lead was starting to fade.
The refs were allowed.
They were like the guys. I had to tell the guys like, stop yelling at each other. Like, what are we doing here? So, but I think you're going to see a combustible game.
Yeah. Well, me, Derek, and Twan are going to be there, so we'll meet you down there. We'll see you there.
Beautiful.
What a crew.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love all you boys. That's perfect, Joe Sauce. And what a way to end. Thank you, Joe. And what a way to end the show, the great Joe Sauce. We will be back tomorrow. I'll be here. I think all the guys will be back. Hopefully tomorrow we can talk about the game, which KMS is going to win.
That was so much confidence in that.
A lot of confidence.